Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 94. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my lovely, beautiful, amazing co-host, comedian Noelle Winters Herzog.
Hello and hi.
Hi, Noelle. Thank you so much for being here today. This is a very special episode of Catfish because I have a new camera.
Yeah, no, I know. I see
That's all that
that.
matters. And that's why if you guys are like, where is she looking? I just haven't figured it out yet.
So she's trying to figure out where to go with it.
Yeah, like now I'm looking at the camera. Now I'm looking at
I
Noelle.
have a new
Now I'm looking at the
wall.
camera. You do have a new wall, and I love that for you. I'm gonna have a new wall soon too. One day.
And I have a fluorescent to put up too.
Yeah, yes, you do. I got you a fluorescent.
Oh, maybe I'll do that tomorrow too.
Oh, that sounds fun. Season 4, episode 15, Thad and Sara.
Thad. Teddy. I told you were gonna hate everyone here.
I'm so angry.
I hate everyone on this episode.
I do too. And that's very funny because I wasn't sure if you were going to hate everyone, but I do too. And I am glad that you said that.
I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate conceited bitches. I hate Thaddeus.
Okay.
I hate everyone.
All right. So first of all, they call him Thad in the title, but then they only call him Thaddeus.
No one calls him Thad.
Well, I'm calling him Thad because I'm not calling him Thaddeus. I don't know what's worse.
They're both pretty bad. He's pretty bad.
Okay, so we meet Thaddeus. He's a former corrections officer. A former corrections officer. A former corrections officer.
It's like, here's the thing. We keep hearing he's former, but then later they're like, oh, well so he is a corrections officer.
Right. Well, he's not. He's former. I know so many people who have been fired or quit corrections.
Me too.
It's so crazy. All right. So he said that he was having an issue at home. So he wanted to talk to a stranger. And that's when he met Sara Jackson. And he bared his soul to her. And after a month, they fell in love. And she's the one who wanted to meet, but she had a seizure. And then she got abducted by her ex, but escaped.
He was just adding guys and girls, like anybody who would talk to him.
Honestly, just anybody. So he very quickly found out that her name was Ashley, and he found the girl in the pictures, Sara. Right. So he said that he's married, but he was going to leave, and he also has kids. He added all these people from people you may know because he wanted to talk to strangers. So he added
he needed
people
an outside opinion.
Okay, he needed an outside opinion, so he added people that have mutual friends with him.
Right.
He added people that
know his wife, probably.
Right. So this doesn't make sense. Already this doesn't make sense.
No.
He said he just went to talk to a stranger. So
please.
She was on the plane to come and see him.
Oh, okay.
And then she ghosted him after the flight.
I wonder if he paid for that ticket. I'm just wondering.
The ticket. I don't think he paid for the ticket because I think she probably paid for the ticket.
Yeah, well, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
There's no ticket. She's probably like, no, I got this one. I got this fake ticket.
Right, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah.
He said that so many things have happened. And also she had hypothermia too.
I wish we talked more about the hypothermia.
Hello?
Hello, hypothermia?
How do we just graze over the hypothermia?
Glossed over.
Why? I want to know what happened. Why were you so cold?
Did you take a stop in Alaska? Where'd you go?
Did you fall off an Alaskan cruise?
Did you get hypothermia in Texas?
In Oklahoma City.
No, in Oklahoma. Still, that doesn't sound very
hypo
to me. I keep thermia. Hypothyroid. I keep mixing up my hypo.
So, okay. Her real profile, Ashley's real profile and her fake profile saying that she was Sara were mirrored. She posted the same thing on both the profiles.
That's insane to me.
She's like a good catfish, but not a good catfish.
She's not a bad catfish.
So they call Sara because Sara is going to help and put a stop to it.
God, why do we have to add Sara to the mix?
I don't know, but he said that God is punishing him basically.
Shut up. You don't even mean that.
He doesn't mean it at all. So, okay. So Neve and Max are flying to Texas.
Yeah.
And they get to his house. He has a crazy cross wall.
Well, that's why it's like, oh, I think God's punishing me. I have a girl on 90 Day I could hook you up with.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, as he's sitting there getting interviewed, you look at the door and
Tracey,
there's crayon all over the door.
There's crayon all over.
I'm like, this is not an Airbnb. They were like, listen, we can get you an Airbnb and make you look normal, but we're gonna use your house.
The The doors were so dirty.
Yeah.
Like handprints.
Yes.
I
Oh my
could
God.
drop dead.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't
Both
know.
doors.
Listen, he definitely has an issue at home. I don't think it was
Yeah.
his marriage. I think it's his cleaning.
I think it's his cleaning. I think it's his crosses.
It's the decor, really. That's the issue at home.
Yeah, I mean green cabinets. There was a lot happening.
Noelle, the effect that was on the
wall. I know. Tracey, I know.
It was like spackle painted.
We were in like in 1990s Bob's furniture. It was the craziest thing.
It looked like my mom sponge painted.
Of course she did. I sponge painted my South Ocean Park bathroom that color green.
I remember that.
So many years ago, though.
God. No, this is very bad. The issue that you're having at home is in your home.
Right. I'm gonna say it's
the walls of your home.
It's the walls of your home. It's the doors of your home. Yeah.
All right.
That's the problem.
So he said that he randomly added 5 to 10 people from people you may know.
Sure you did. Why was she on his people you may know? Why would she be there? Right.
Listen, It is what it is. So she suggested that he reconcile with his wife.
Okay, which is nice. But he never brings that up again.
No. Then one night he hears her almost get abducted.
He hears the cops.
He called her mom and he called all of the cops in Oklahoma City.
And nobody ever heard of her.
No. And he texted her mom and her mom's like, okay, everything's okay now. She's in bed now.
Right. Everything's okay. So you can go to sleep now.
Right. She's like, JK, it's fine.
Right.
So he Googles Sarah's number and it goes basically to Ashley eventually. And
I know good for him though. He really found it.
Okay. But Max is like, don't punish yourself anymore.
They fell for this hook, line, and sinker. Because it's a guy. Because it's a man.
Oh my God. He's so selfless.
I can't believe how much I don't like him.
All right. So they're in Sherman, Texas.
Right.
And they go to a coffee shop to do their investigation.
Boiler room coffee.
And the girl at the coffee shop has a cast on her hand. And she says that a boy squeezed her hand really hard.
I know.
She was assaulted.
That's so crazy. And Max is like, I'm coming back for him.
I know, but that was a really casual.
I know, but I want to know like more about what happened.
I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
So they want to talk to the real Sara.
Right.
And they're also messaging the other guys who were catfished by her.
Joe, Marcus, and Corey.
Right. So now we find Ashley's arrest record. She's 6'1". She gets arrested for larceny and they find her address.
Yes.
All right. So Joe calls and is like, we met in a Facebook group. And they're like, oh, did she ever get abducted? He's like, yes.
So basically same stories.
They're like, did she ever fall off an Alaskan cruise ship?
I'm sorry. I just had the loudest truck pass my house. I
really?
think my brain shut off. Did you hear it?
I said a really fun joke, but whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear it. I couldn't hear it. My brain actually shut off just now.
Oh my God. No, I said, did you? Let's go back. He said that they were like, did she ever get abducted? And he's like, oh my God, yes. And they're like, did she ever fall off an Alaskan cruise ship? And he's like, yeah, she did. The hypothermia? Never mind. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wow. No, I didn't get it.
It didn't hit.
It
both
wasn't
times.
the truck. You know, when you said that, you know what my first thought was? Of these people in the submarine. That was my thought.
Well, they're dead.
The dead people in the submarine.
The dead people in yeah, they're very cold. So Sara Skypes with them.
Right. She's like, Skype would be easier.
Then what?
It would be easier. You just want to show your face. Wouldn't be easier.
Okay. So she said for 7 years, this girl's been using her pictures and she had confronted her.
And she won't stop.
Right. So they bring her to Texas. Where does she live?
So, okay. I looked it up. She lived when this was going on in Sacramento, California.
Okay. So they
didn't say that.
Okay. I was very confused.
Yeah.
So they bring her to Texas and Neve's like, hey, Thad, would you mind if the girl you've been J-O-ing to comes?
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
And he's like, I'm thrilled.
It's like, of course he's
What
thrilled.
was he going to say? No, I really am in love with her. Please don't make her come
This
here.
is all he wants, though. He's thinking, okay, so I'm going to bang one of two girls.
And
I don't know what the other one looks like yet.
Right. Maybe we'll just keep her on the roster, but this one for sure. That's what I'm in love with.
But I'm going to get lucky either way. That's why I'm going on the excursion. Yeah. He wants to confront her.
She shows up in an evening gown.
Give me a break.
With an ankle strap heel.
Give me a break. And of course, again, Max and Eve are like, oh, hi.
Hi, girl. She's average at best
to look at.
All right. So someone this is the part that like I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So someone named Sam emails her and is like, oh my God, this was in 2010.
Right.
I have been talking to this girl and she wasted my time. Can you just show me that you're you and not her? So she sends a picture
of her like
of her holding the sign. And it's her.
Yeah.
It's the girl. Okay. So Sarah's super upset about the pictures from friends and family that she uses, which I totally understand.
I mean, she's using like her like niece and nephew. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
Okay. But she's like, yeah, like my niece. And Thad's like, oh, your 12-year-old niece? Thad, I have a story to tell you. This is not the girl you've been talking to. Right. It's almost like he doesn't like he believes it, but he wants it still to be true. He's like, listen, I'll just make this happen.
Yeah,
a different
he's like
way.
Katy Perry, basically.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, but he's like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna get with the girl in the picture.
But he really, but also he wants to get with the other girl in some weird way.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Depending on what she looks like.
It is. He wants to see what she looks like. That's why he's going on this, and then he can pick.
Okay. So they his front door is so dirty.
Yeah, it's disgusting, Tracy, but his back door is just as disgusting.
That's what I heard about him.
Yeah, I mean me too, but like even his real back door.
Yeah. His real back door.
There's handprints all over his back door.
His back door teen mom.
His back door Catfish has handprints all over it.
Well, Ashley never replied, so they're just gonna go to her house.
See, that's wild to me. This is why I'm not an Eve or Max.
So there's 126 miles to this drive, and they get there, and the window is boarded with a mattress. And he's like, oh, yeah, she mentioned that. She mentioned that.
Could you imagine being on a road trip with Thad and Sara?
No.
But
also, she mentioned that she has a mattress curtain.
Right. But that's what I mean. Did she say, hey, I have boardings on my windows? Or did she particularly specifically say a mattress?
I hung a mattress as a curtain.
Right.
She's like, I don't have a curtain. He's like, do you have an extra mattress? And she's like,
say no more, fam. Yeah. It's a good idea. I was going to do newspaper, but mattress is better.
Well, I will tell you this. The first night that I moved into this place, I didn't have curtains on my windows. I didn't have blinds, nothing. And I didn't know what to do because I'm like, how could I sleep?
Right.
This is insane. People are going to just be looking at my window.
Yeah.
I have no privacy.
Right.
So I took my headboard that hadn't been attached to my bed yet because I just moved in and I put it in front of my window.
That's smart. That's pretty smart.
That's the same thing she did. I had a headboard.
But you just know that her place is disgusting.
You definitely know. And I'll tell you how else. So you hear the dog barking. The air conditioner's on. So they go across the street. She's not answering.
Right.
And Haniv answers. Haniv. And
interesting character.
I know. And he's like, yeah, I know Catfish. And he's like, oh, God, the people across the street, they're hooting, they're hollering.
They're hollering, they're hooting.
Okay, now you know that this was cut up, this conversation.
Okay, tell me why.
Because Neve goes, oh, is that Ashley that's doing it? The larger woman?
Right.
Is that so? Apparently, Haniv said there's a larger woman there.
Oh, because I was wondering why Eve said that.
It was cut up and they like almost cut it out, kind of like.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they go back to the hotel and Ashley's like, I can't believe you came to my house with Catfish.
I mean, you can't believe it?
I think you could believe it.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know if I want to do this. So in the middle of the night, she sends her friend's address. Yeah, because you can't go in her house.
A friend's address? You mean an Airbnb's address?
Because
Airbnb's mattress.
They're like, listen, you've seen my curtains. We can't go in my house.
No, you cannot.
You've heard
go
my
in her house.
Rottweiler, right?
That is hazardous waste site.
Absolutely.
You've heard my Rottweiler.
So, the garage is open. The garage is always open.
Why do they do that?
Something about filming.
It's so weird because the garage really is always open.
Sarah's super nervous.
Shut up, Sara.
Sarah, shut up. No one's even answering her.
Yeah, I know. Everybody just ignores her.
Ashley comes out and she says that she has a 4-year-old daughter. She was arrested last summer, but she doesn't want to talk about it. I wouldn't want to talk about it either.
No,
Ashley.
me neither. Yeah.
Her fiance left her 2 days before her wedding because he had someone else pregnant.
That's not a believable story, I'm going to say. Yeah.
So she said that there's no excuse, and they ask
she's full of shit, obviously.
They ask about the fake stories, and she's like, well, I use YouTube police noises. It's like, yeah, I know that.
Of course. That's like my first thought watching this.
Me too. So they don't think she's going to stop. So she's going to go in the backyard and smoke a cigarette about it. And Neve chats with her, and she's like, I'm very remorseful. So her excuse is because of her weight. She wishes she was someone else. Right. She's very lonely, yada, yada, yada. Well, she has on an engagement ring.
Okay. I didn't notice that. I actually didn't notice that. I'm sitting here thinking like, this is horse shit. She's just saying whatever she can to get out of this. Of course it is. She's just yesing them to death, basically.
Of course. So Sara is crying.
Tracey, I could have strangled Sara in this.
Okay. So she excuses herself.
She doesn't want to cry on camera.
You're crying on camera. You're running out. You're running out.
No, she doesn't want to.
Well, she's like, she can't tell her why she's really crying because she's so drop dead gorgeous and perfect that this girl, Ashley, would never believe that Sara could possibly struggle the way that Ashley could.
She says, I know we look like two different people.
We look like two different people. I mean, she is so grotesque that like she couldn't even think that like I could even be in her realm.
She's probably looking at me like, what do you have to worry about? The thing is coming out of her mouth. You have a lot to worry about, Sara. I have news for you.
So now all of a sudden I'm like, do I like Ashley better than Sara?
Yes, you do. Sara is so rude.
So rude. So Neve tells Ashley that she almost ended Thad's marriage.
That Ashley almost. I hate everyone here. How is that Ashley's fault? He sought her out.
But this is what no one's talking about. He added her. He DM'd her.
Yeah.
You know what? Good.
He sought her out. This is all like good. I'm glad this is happening.
Good. Sara doesn't want to talk about it.
Shut up, Sara. And Max is like, no, you should.
Max is like, fine, I'll say it.
I can't.
Sara thinks she's fat too.
Tracey, this is so stressful.
But she doesn't think she's fat. She thinks she's much better than you.
Right. She knows that like you're shocked.
Right.
You know,
she's very pretty. I mean, look at her and look at you. Look at her and look at you. Look at her and look at you.
I know. Like, I know you probably like don't feel very good now. You probably feel much worse now by looking at her. I
mean, I didn't feel great looking at her.
I didn't feel great looking at anybody. Thad.
Okay.
Either.
Also, Thad is a catfish.
Yeah. Tracey, he is gross.
He's not bad on video chat though.
No, of course he's not. He looks way better on video chat.
Just saying. So this is a nice, beautiful, happy ending. And Neve's like, we can move on and you could stop beating yourself up. Thad, what you did when you were trying to cheat on your wife, but unfortunately it was a catfish, was fine because we don't know why, but it's fine because you're a man.
Tracey, when I first started this episode, I'm like, you're gonna hate all of these people.
I'm so angry. I'm so angry. My nose is itching.
No, it happens. It happens to me every time I podcast.
Okay. 2 months later, he has a new job prospect.
Okay, he has a new job prospect as a corrections officer.
It's the same job, but it's a new job, but it's not. He doesn't even have it.
Right. It's like, wait, what? He's a loser.
Ashley is still catfishing, so they call Sara. So Ashley is fake engaged to a guy as Sara.
Right.
And Ashley didn't reply. And Sarah's like, she's still using my identity and I don't know what to do. And they go, okay, bye.
Right. I mean, what's she
Why
can't
she press charges though?
Okay, I don't know. And I was wondering the same thing. Like, I just feel like you should be able to press charges,
Do
right?
something. You should be able to do something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, ooh, that's a lot.
It is a lot. All right, talk to me.
Okay, well, so none of them are on Instagram except for Thad, but Thad is locked down. If you guys
want because he probably has to share a profile with his wife.
Exactly. So I'm going to tell you right now. His name is Thad Robinson. If you guys want to look him up on Facebook or Instagram, they're both private, but just in case if you wanted to look at like nothing. He only has 11 friends on Facebook. All of their last names are Robinson. So I think he's only allowed to have like his wife and his children. Kids. Yes. Sara is totally locked down. Sara Peccia, Peccia. It's just, you can see her profile picture. It's just her and somebody else. You can't even see like where she's from, where she lives, like nothing. You can't add her as a friend either.
Good.
So the only one that I could find is Ashley. So Ashley is actually under Ashley Dawn. And she had another 2 kids. And she has a picture of her with 2 kids and her, I guess, husband. So maybe this is the guy she was engaged to.
No, but she was fake engaged as Sara.
But you said she was wearing an engagement ring.
Oh, I think she was just wearing a fake engagement ring.
Oh, okay. Because on April 2nd, she posted almost a decade now.
Oh, maybe. So maybe she was
So that's
engaged.
what I'm wondering, if she was engaged to him. So
he was probably like, why did you tell people I left you 2 days before the wedding? I married you.
But that's what I mean. But okay, so
she's like, I don't know. I had hypothermia.
I don't think that this is her original baby daddy, because you can see her other daughter and it's like her kids. I don't know. They don't look alike to me. I don't know. But I think that this is like a newer guy, but she's been with him for a long time.
Interesting.
So since then, okay. So they didn't talk about how the girl Sara, she said she has seen her photos show up in the darker quarters of the internet. It appeared once on a fetish website attached on an account that talked about sexual fantasies involving being abducted. So she made her social medias private because she gets messages and she's like, what if somebody comes and like, I don't know, tries to kidnap me? So it's like, is that where Thad found her, actually, on a sexual fetish website?
Interesting.
Right? So the only other
that's a really interesting theory.
Right. I know. So it also says,
because he was like, I was just adding everyone, guys and girls, and guys and girls, and guys and girls.
It
was definitely on Facebook. It was definitely on Facebook. It was definitely on Facebook with guys and girls.
Where she
like guys. I'm like girls and guys, and also guys and girls.
And also guys. So it's like, you wonder, I don't know, because who knows where she had her up. Okay, so it also, Ashley, it says, one thing we can tell you is that she has a police record. According to jail.com, which I didn't know was a thing.
Jail.com.
She was arrested twice in 2014 for larceny of merchandise. And she was arrested recently for drugs. She was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia when police found her in an apartment complex parking lot with a bag of black tar heroin.
That's such a crazy kind of heroin.
Yeah, black tar.
But if you're gonna do black tar anywhere, it would be in a parking lot, because it's also probably black tar.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Or black asphalt.
Black asphalt. I heard that that's the new craze.
Yeah. If I was gonna do it, I would be doing it like
Hamptons.
a light grape paver.
Do they look like me? Do they look like you?
If you guys want to hear that story, go to patreon.com/trashtalkpodcast, where you can hear how actually stupid Noelle is.
Yeah, honestly, there you can hear it. Yeah,
you can hear it. Listen, you could pick up clues on here, but you're gonna hear it all the way.
So anyway, that's really all I have for them, is that, I mean, she'll like repost things on her page, Ashley. She doesn't really have anything interesting on there. Right. I mean, she just has a man and 3 kids. Still looks the same. Yeah. Wow. It doesn't say where she lives. It doesn't say where she works. So all of them, like I said, are pretty locked down.
When they found her arrest record and found out she was 6'1", Neve's like, oh man, she could take me.
I know.
Shut up, Neve.
I was just surprised, because I'm like, wow, 6'1", good for you.
She looked regular.
She didn't look 6'1".
No, but I'm just saying, like, 6'1" is really not as tall as you think it is, I think. I don't know. I know a few women that are like 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I do know some tall women. Yeah.
Just saying.
I can see that. Yeah.
You can
but
see
yeah,
it.
that's it. Nothing else going on with them. It's like I totally get why Sarah's page is locked the hell down now, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Noelle, tell the people about our new thing.
Okay, we have a new podcast.
What's
it's
it called?
So Pumped.
Wow, you really accentuated the
I'm very pumped about it. It's a Vanderpump Rules podcast.
Ooh, and where is it available?
It's available anywhere where podcasts are available.
It's not. It's available only
it's not. It's available on Patreon. What's wrong with me?
It's available exclusively on Patreon. Join us at patreon.com/trash talk podcast, super duper level and up. And that's where you will find the podcast. You're going to love it. I'm watching it for the first time. Noelle's a seasoned vet in the Vanderpump Rules world. And
we want to know if you're a Tracey or a Noelle.
Yeah. Are you a Tracey? Are you a Noelle? Post it in any of the groups. We have a Catfish Trash Talk podcast group too, or you could post it in the secret group after you join Patreon. Ooh. Also,
someone said today that they're going to, instead of saying fangirling, they're going to say fingerling.
Fingerling.
I like that.
Potato. Now, also,
yeah,
I have something else to tell you guys.
Tell me.
So what I would like to say is that I forgot.
Are we getting closer to the camera?
I'm getting closer to the camera because I want to tell you guys a secret.
I'll tell you guys this.
Okay, no. So this is what I want to tell you. So a lot of people are like, I need it earlier. I need the podcast earlier. So if you go to the Catfish Elite level, you can get the podcast the day we record it.
Which is right now.
It's right now.
Also, if you listen to 90 Day Fiance, there's a new 90 Day Fiance coming out the other way.
Yeah, and it's going to be on Patreon exclusively.
That's going to be on Patreon along with So Pumped, which is only on Patreon. Don't ever listen to me when I say
you're
things.
so stupid. See, this is what I'm saying. Like you see inklings of her being stupid, and then
just little inklings.
Yeah. So follow the podcast at Catfish Trash Talk on Instagram, and follow the podcast on TikTok at Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok. Follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates. I'm opening for Hannah Berner, formerly of Summer House.
So
go over there. I'm on tour. I'll be in Pennsylvania, Tarrytown, New York, West Hampton, New York, Newark, New York, Newark, New Jersey.
Who's the dumb one now?
It's still you.
Okay.
It's the NJ Pack Center. I'll be there for 3 days in July. So just go check it out. TraceyCarnazzo.com, TraceyCarnazzo.com. Write us a 5-star review and an amazing little blurb about what you love about the podcast.
It's a little blurb.
Okay, bye.
Bye.